This is probably one of my favorite podcasts so far. It's very funny.
Don't forget about their hands.
Well, we're on.
Those dudes that'll message you.
How's it going, Trev?
It's good. What's up? Are we starting now?
Oh, we're recording. We're 30,
Oh,
we're
okay.
30 seconds deep.
Oh, sick. All right. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the OTR podcast or OTR cast. Today, we got a couple different people on here, not just one extra guest. We're also missing Young Britt and missing old Johnny Westfall or John Gotti.
Yes.
But to my right over here, we got RJ Butcher, one of the strongest humans probably in the state right now, still, or multiple states probably. And then over in the guest spot, we got old Tom Plate back in here again, Josh Tom Plate.
What up?
What's happening?
Welcome back. And then
It's good to be
filling
back.
in for Young Britt. I bought a jewel just so I'd fit in. Look at this. Got a white jewel.
Oh,
No, we're back. There's Tom Plate, though. Sorry, I cut his introduction off. He's got the Bob Barker mic today.
Could win a new car today.
Yeah. He can win the belt. But no, Trevor, go ahead and tag us in. What do we got? Tell them where to find us.
You can find us at otr.pod on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube at OTRcast. You can also find us or find our merch website, like where you can get this awesome sweatshirt at, on otrcast.shop.
And that is your ticket to the party. Don't forget that.
Oh, yeah. 10 of the parties. That is your ticket in.
You know, I am committed to buying a jet ski this summer. So we will be having lake parties. The first party will be in June. To attend, you don't have to have the swimming trunks. You just got to have something on. I'm wearing the pocket tee today, but, we're making swimming trunks. I don't know. Those are coming out. People have been saying they're pretty cool. And then we're also, for the ladies, we're going to have a bikini. It's not my favorite item we've made.
I'm telling you, dude.
It's there.
When we put our faces on the tits, we got Johnny's face on the ass, they're going to sell. We ain't going to be able to keep them in stock.
Well, we'll see about that. But no, let's go ahead and tell the people where to find our guests, too. You can figure that out.
Your handle is strong like RJ, right?
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Like
And then Josh, I'm sorry, I can't remember what yours is off the top of my head.
Twitter, Instagram, just Josh Tom Plate. Just look up the Plate Show. Find it wherever.
Yeah. Do you have the Plate Show on? Where can people listen or watch that at?
You can listen on Spotify.
Alrighty. Without further ado,
I'd like to thank Spitbud as well.
again,
Yeah.
even though they haven't
For
said
the
a
millionth
word to
time.
us yet.
I actually have a question about these swimming trunks.
Yes.
Like, how long are they going to be?
Short.
All right.
Yeah, I'll show them.
I'll like them.
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
He'll bring it up.
Yeah, you keep going. I'm going to try to bring this up.
Because I feel like that's the problem with a lot of the swimming trunks is
They make them too fucking
they're
long.
stuck in 2004.
Yeah.
They make them like
these
those
are
board shorts.
These are rather
And
dope.
like that form of bodybuilding
Yeah.
where they go clear past the fucking knees.
And I hate that. And I have to get a 2XL at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would say, I'm going to say everything, at least I've had, seems like it runs a little small. So I would definitely get like the next size up if you can. For like the 2Xs and stuff, I have no idea. I'm just basing this off of the one large hoodie I
guess
had
we're
that was
gonna
real
find out.
small.
I am just going to say it's nice being in the driver's seat back here because I can actually do shit. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, we need this pulled up. Sure, let's just.
One of the last ones I told
touch
Britt to
stuff.
pull something up, and she was like, we don't have that window. And Caleb was like, yeah, I forgot to put it on there for her. I was like, fuck, we can't do it.
Oh, no, that seat, I just, in the driver's seat, I'm messing up back here.
Oh,
already.
damn.
Uh-oh. Black screen for our audio listeners.
Well, while you're still looking for it, you just hit a new PR today. You said 575 right on bench,
yeah.
and you wasn't even trying.
I mean, you know those days where everything just feels like shit?
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, I don't even want to go to the gym. It was like that all the way up until I got to 575. And then, I mean, you know when we're lifting and we try and like hype each other up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Cruz is like, fuck that, dude. Go for it. Like, just go for it. What's the worst going to happen? You're going to miss it? And I was like, all right, let's go for it. And it wasn't easy because it's never easy. But when I was doing it the whole time, I was like thinking, shit, I expected this to be way harder. And it's easy. Like, I don't know what's going on. That's why in the video, when I stand up, I'm like, what the hell? Like, how did that even happen?
See, that's a whole different reaction than what I saw when you PR'd deadlift. Because it
Which
was,
one?
dude, that was straight rage. That
The
was coming off
900?
yeah, the 905.
Oh, 905. I
Yeah.
always forget the 5. But yeah, that was just a different day. I feel like deadlift, you got to hit that different.
You got to hit like a gear in it, or else you're not getting it.
Yeah,
Like if you come at it way too calm, you're not getting that shit.
exactly. Like you have to, it's almost like bench, you can kind of mess around a little bit. Squat, you got to get a little more serious.
Mhm.
Deadlift, you got to be serious. Like I'm going to eat the bar.
All right, checkies out.
All right.
Here we go.
Dude, those are cool.
Aren't
Those are super
Aren't
cool.
those dope? So those are, we'll just give people the sneak peek of the whole line, I guess. So here's the shorts. I don't know what this is going to do for me. That's the back. Yeah, that's on a man. So that's about how short they're going to be, give or take, right? Probably, I'm guessing that's a 6-inch.
They're perfect though, man, because once you get a little wet,
Yeah.
like you go in the water and they get a little wet, you can kind of just keep them at a certain spot.
Oh, perfect. And
I
then
like
this
'em.
is the bikini. I'm still messing with this. It was purple, now it's orange. Similar designs, though, I guess, as far as it just says OTR cast on the ass, I guess, is the only main difference, other than the fact that it is made for said female. Here's our beach towel. So you can lay out on this while you're laying in your OTR cast swimming trunks. And these are all dropping in March for everyone listening. You can get a sticker if you want. You can stick it on the side of your car, whatever that is. That's our little spaceman hoodie. This is so the collection theme this season is orbit,
Mhm.
right? So this is the sun with the planets around it, and it says OTR cast. This is just basically that sticker, but it's the helmet with the planets on it, which says OTR cast on it, and OTR cast on the back now. Other than that, let me see what else we have coming out. This is well, that's a little secret for Aiden later. This one is just a sad astronaut, and it says letting viewers down since 2021.
I like it.
And then we have the astronaut hoodie, which just says I'm an astronaut with 2 S's. That's about it. Other than that, yeah, I think this one will show because this isn't the final design. This is a fill-in for Aiden. We're going to take some pictures of Aiden lifting and then give him his own shirtless tank top that he can wear to the gym.
Should have him wearing the tank top that it is.
Oh, like an Inception deal.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I could probably do that. Like Photoshop it.
That could be
onto
our
him.
first NFT.
But no, all this stuff will be available. It's not going to be available till March, but it's coming. Oh,
You don't know
NFT.
what an NFT is?
No.
Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah.
Am I
please
stupid?
don't,
Like, did I
no.
just miss something
It's like
recently?
crypto.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I
don't fuck with it either.
not my thing.
But yeah, no, I did have my first. We never have talking points. I don't know why I decided today I would have talking points.
Yeah, I saw you post that and I was like,
But
what the
they,
fuck?
they got a lot deeper than I thought they were going to be, and I don't think we're going to get to that point this episode.
Well, I also was like, the thing that came in my mind was it's like a Saturdays for the boys, and we're usually just straight dumb.
Yeah, this is real stupid.
And I was
So
like,
I
man,
think
we're gonna have talking points. It's like this is the whole opposite
We-
effect that I thought we were gonna have.
we might save it for the next one. But I will say the one talking point I did have that I wanted to get Josh's opinion on, both first and then y'all second. People who get thrown out of high school football games. Or not football, sorry.
Like, we
just high
talking-
school sporting events in general. What are you doing?
We talking like parents?
That was
I'm
my
guessing.
question. Yeah, because
Okay.
I was watching a game today, and no one got thrown out, but there's this guy yelling, and he was basically, he's like, I'll get thrown out for you, coach. I get a professional sporting event because you're hammered. High school sports, what are you doing? That's my question. Josh, do you have any insight on this?
Man, to get kicked out of a high school sport, that's peak.
That's peak dad right there.
Yeah, you're just in it.
I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know.
you can't get any higher than that dad right now.
No.
Like, in his eyes, that's what you're supposed to do for your kid.
Like, is that, well, it wasn't even for the kid, it was for the coach.
Oh,
Like,
man, this guy, hey,
I know,
these colors
yeah.
don't bleed. They don't run, man.
But coach was getting mad. He's getting mad about some calls. And this dude's, the ref was like, slow down. And
He's taking it like this is
and
a gang.
he started yelling at him. He's like, I'll take it for you, coach. And I'm like, why? I'm like, why?
Was it an important game? Like, was it a game that meant anything?
Dude, we're talking like game 1 of the season.
This was just
shit. Yeah.
I mean, just high school sports. I mean, it wasn't an important game. It wasn't there was no tournament. There was nothing going on. Just upset for no reason.
What do you think?
I mean, in my opinion, at that point, you just need to settle down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that serious. You're going to make yourself look like an ass. I mean, maybe in that moment, you're like, I got my team's back. I'm that dad.
But you're not.
But, like, I mean, no, that's just too much. In my opinion, that's way too much.
I remember when I was
settle.
in like the Little League baseball, there was parents that kept getting thrown out of these games.
Yeah, like that. Like, what are you doing?
No.
Looking back on it, I'm like, we were 8 or 9. Like, what were you that pissed about?
Yeah, why are you that mad?
Yeah.
No, why they would get so mad at the Little League games is because you'd have like high school kids umping the game, and the parents thought that they could do better. So they're like, that's obviously a strike. What do you do? And then it would just keep going. And when you're a teenage kid, you don't want to hear no parent talk crap about your umping skills. And you kick them out.
Any level outside of any sporting event you can go to and not drink, unjustified.
Well, here's what I was going to say. If it involves maybe like your kid getting hurt, that's different because that's kind of like emotional reaction. Like, my baby. But
even then, it's like, you chose to play, right? Like,
yeah,
with exception, if someone's punching my kid, right? Maybe,
that's what I meant. I meant more along the lines of, like, I watched this kid get laid out by a referee. He takes the ball. It might have been like a bad snap, but he runs up the middle, and this ref just lowers his shoulder into him. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, I did see that.
I'm like, no, like, if you're that ref,
and the ref like stands over the kid too. It's like,
he did kind of stand over him, like, he like put his hands on his hips.
It's like, congrats.
It's like,
you
what
really
are you doing,
him,
man? You can't be doing that. It's a kid. But other than that, no, you need to chill.
All right, I have one more hot take.
All right.
Why are restaurants allowed to falsely advertise, like, in their slogans?
Like
Subway, eat fresh.
Oh yeah, none of that shit's
That's
fresh.
dumb.
That's kind of like Wendy's.
Like,
fresh, never frozen meat.
Like, that doesn't make sense.
That shit's frozen all the time.
They can just deliberately lie in their slogans.
Their chicken nuggets ain't even chicken; it's quail.
Or like, what is it?
Really?
Olive Garden.
I'm just fucking with you now.
You're here, your family. No, you're not. Are you kidding me? If you start letting me use the staff bathroom, maybe. But I mean, I'm not family at Olive Garden. It's good.
Fun family, give me that discount.
Good.
You know.
But, no, those were my 2 hot takes. The other stuff was just kind of. It was deep. We'll wait on those. Okay, well,
what about the big game this weekend?
Oh, obviously.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. We should have did this live. That would have been hilarious.
See, I had a couple people ask me why we don't do it live, and I was like, sometimes we say some dumb shit. I said, sometimes you got to be able to have a brake pedal on it, you know?
Yeah,
there are some cuts occasionally. But no, the big game, I'm gonna call a Rams over Bengals 17-28. I don't think it's going to be close.
I'm going to say I'm going to go with the Simpsons on this one and say I think it's going to be 34-31. The Bengals, I think, is what their one was. Can't remember.
Josh?
I'm taking my boy Joe Shiesty in this one for real.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a big game. I think the spread's 4.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll hit the spread, but the over under is like 48 or 56, something like that. Yeah, that's a pretty big margin, but it'll definitely hit the over. It's gonna be back and forth.
I will say I'm no expert in this because I've watched all of 2 games and only like the last quarter of both games, and that was it. So like I haven't watched any pro football this whole year other than 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whatever it was, the Bengals game, and then their last one they had. And that was literally just the last part of the fourth quarter for each one of those games.
Yeah. Well, I would like to give our viewers a challenge, but I don't trust myself to have this up before the Super Bowl's over. So instead, we're going to go a little more local because I think we got a decent local following. Meadowbrook, Cambridge, they play each other in the tournament on February 22nd. Closest.
Today we start track practice. Sorry.
Oh, there you go. The closest, how about this? Whoever closely predicts the score, however you want to word that, whoever gets the score the closest of the game and the correct winner, leave it in the comments on the YouTube video. If you're watching on YouTube, that's the only place you can watch. But if you're listening on Spotify or something, leave it on the YouTube video. The closest score and correct winner is going to win a $35 gift card to the OTR shop. So
Dope. I like that.
Pause the video. We'll be here still if you come back, but leave that prediction down there. Trevor, what would you recommend them buying?
I would definitely say the hoodie.
Or do they save for the swimming trunks?
I mean, yeah, both. You get both.
Get them both.
You could help us all out and buy over $50 of merch at a time and save my wallet.
Yeah. No, I just brought this up to like my parents again on like the shop itself, and for some reason they're not grasping that we have a website for the shop, just like any other online source. They're like, wait, so is it a place you go to? And I said, on the internet, yes. And they're like, wait, so I can search it on the internet? Is it going to go through like Amazon? And I said, no, that's a whole different thing. I was like, we have our own website. You guys made a website. I was like, I mean, I didn't make a website. I said, someone I know very well.
Yeah. No, that's kind of the thing is like, people have asked me, they're like, bro, save me a hoodie. I'm like, I don't even own them. They come through the mail. So if you're like, oh, I'll just wait till I see Caleb and I'll buy one. I'm not going to order you one. You're going to have to go online just like you do when you buy your Amazon packages. You're going to order it off the website because it takes your card, it takes PayPal, whatever you want to pay with. We don't care. You just pay online and it'll come straight to your door. And I don't have to see it. I don't have to touch it. Makes it easy on all of us, right?
Right.
Thank you. But
I mean, I was shaking my head, but
do you want me to get into my deep topics?
Like, give me one real quick. Let me see how deep we're going. Because like, if we're getting like emotional deep,
it could be slightly emotional deep.
Because I think I read through part of one and I was like, fuck that. Like,
I know when you get like 4 guys together, right? Like you've got.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna get some good insight into emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
No, let me see. What do I have here? Let me pick one that's not too gay.
Okay.
Okay.
How about this? This would apply to all of us, I believe. I was going to elaborate on the idea of going and getting it, or also known as chasing your dreams.
Nope, pass.
All right. The it sucks mentality. People that just think everything sucks.
Oh, I like that one. We could hit that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So my whole idea, when I wrote that down, I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, I don't hate my life. I'll like joke and be like, oh, this sucks or whatever. But that like, I try to explain to people like having a mindset of everything sucks is not good. Like
it's horrible.
Yeah. And that whole mindset, and you get stuck in it, and then there's no way to get out of it
because it just snowballs.
Yeah.
Once you start thinking, if you just keep thinking over and over, oh well, this sucks, so this is gonna suck too. It's gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
That's how I used to live my life. I just think they're kind of crybabies, to be honest. They don't really want to fix anything.
That was my second part of the argument too, was they have to come out, they have to apply themselves, right? Like it's one of those things I feel like people get stuck in, right?
Feel bad for me.
Yeah, and they want help out of it, but it really comes down to you have to be willing to get out of that mindset before you can get yourself out of it.
I know I heard it the other day. It was another coach talking about like failures. And he said basically if you go into each like action thinking you're going to fail, then that's what you're going to be met with. If you go into it with optimism, more often than not, you're going to achieve whatever you're going after, especially like this is in a lifting sense. So he was like, I know you can do this. You just have to believe that you're going to do it. And, lo and behold, she ended up doing whatever it was programmed for.
Yeah.
The jewel got him.
Huh?
The jewel got him.
I did. I felt like a baby. I was like, the nick, it hit me. No, but that's kind of I mean, I know we train and we do a lot of training.
Mhm.
But the thing that I've like been like blown away by is like how well I've done over at CrossFit after getting some different training. And I'm not.
Is that what you do now?
I do a little bit of everything. So I train with Trevor
He's
weekly,
one of my clients.
5 days a week.
Oh yeah.
But then I've been going to CrossFit for a while, like probably 3 years now, 2019. But also, I mean, we can't overlook the fact that I am not drinking every day of my life now.
That was the biggest thing I wanted you to do.
Kind of the
drinking.
biggest kicker, right? I'm not going to say, I didn't get anything from CrossFit before, because I did. It gained me a lot. My engine inside has been built. But getting away from the alcohol so much, almost completely, literally, is been like insane. Like I'll go over there and they're not mad, but there's like people that are like, you only come here once a week. How are you beating us? I'm like, oh, like I still go to the gym. I'm not just like sitting around doing nothing. But that has been, and that comes back to this. That's where I was going with this. Was when I go over there, I'm one of the younger guys there, right? So like in my head, I'm more competitive. I'm like, like when I go in, I'm like, I want to beat everybody's ass. Like, and not necessarily I'm like, oh, fuck you. I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, I want to be the best one in here. That's what I'm going to do.
Because you compete with yourself.
That makes me think of like, I don't know if you guys are like this or not, but I know almost every aspect of my life, I'm competing against somebody, whether they know it or not. Like if they're walking and we're like side by side or something, I'm purposely going to try to like speed up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Like I do it all the time. And I've thought about it and I'm like, man, that's so stupid. Like, why would I even do that? But I've done it numerous times.
Kind of like our squat competition.
This guy's got an engine on him.
Oh, no.
I mean, it was percentages. This dude, he was lifting
It was
a
percentages.
lot
So like
more.
I can't.
Oh, you
I
guys
can't have
did
an
the
out.
same, like
Same percentage. It wasn't the
based
same weight.
off your
but-
max.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was, yeah. So he don't get me wrong, you were lifting a lot more than me. but I looked over, I was like, you doing good? And he's like red and sweating. He's like, yeah, let's keep going. I'm like, all right.
Because we did 40 sets of 2. And like the last,
it was like 70%, and we were doing like 4 reps each.
we started
back squat?
We started at
Yeah.
60%.
40 sets? Oh, my God.
Dude, we started at 60%, and then after like 15 sets, I said, let's up the weight. Because I'm thinking, like, if we get heavier, I'm going
Yeah.
to win. Because, like, he's not going to be able to keep up with me. But I was wrong because I died very quickly after. Because then we got up to
You're
like,
a power lifter at heart.
Dude.
You know it, too.
dude. And he said it after. He was like, if we were giving him like a minute like rest in between, he'd probably beat me if we just kept going like weight wise.
Yeah.
But we were going like as soon as he would rack the weight, I was going. As soon as I would rack, he would go. So there's like, you're getting, 10 seconds maybe of rest.
Well, what was funny was like you got to take the time between. So like when I was done, you could take your time.
Yeah.
Like a little. But you would go, I would get done, you would like wait like the 20 seconds, maybe like 15, 10 seconds. But I would like stare at you, and as soon as you put your bar down, I was like lifting mine up immediately. I was like, I've got it. I was like, the only way I'm going to beat him is like through like getting through the reps just fast.
Yeah. And that's what murdered me. And I told him, I was like, dude, bar bounce will fuck your back up, especially if you're going like, because we were just going to a bench is all it was. So it wasn't.
So you were doing box squats.
Yes. And fuck me.
Did you get that from Dave Tate?
Yes, that's exactly why we did it.
And Dave Tate and Chuck.
Yes.
Logopool.
Yeah. I watched that video with him and Juju and them, and they were talking about it, and I was like, fuck, I want to do that. It sounds so much fun. So
I think they ended up stopping around like 40 something, they said.
Yeah.
Because Dave Tate just quit.
Mm-hmm.
Because he knew he wasn't going to let
he was
Chuck
like,
wasn't going to let him
he's going to
win.
just keep on going. He goes, I thought this is the time I'm going to get him because he just had neck surgery.
Yeah.
I'm going to extend this one over to Josh. This will be an I'm going to summon my inner Brit for this podcast. Unfortunately, I have to. Someone's got
Don't pull a fucking stone out of your pocket.
What is... This is my opal.
This gives me confidence.
No, what was it? Oh, energy. So like not like
Oh, Lord.
yeah, here we go.
Okay, good.
So not like like I'm lifting energy, but like big dick in. No, I'm just kidding. No. So, like, what do you think, Josh? And then we'll open it up to the rest of the panel. What do you think about, like, the transfer of, like, energy between people? Do you have any thoughts on that, or is that something that doesn't even interest you?
Like you mean something like if you're around somebody that's like super happy and you're
Yes.
sad, and then
Yes.
they make you happy?
Something like that, or, like, even the opposite. Like, I try to make the first interaction of my day a positive one. I don't care where or who or why, but the first person I talk to in a day, if I'm like, I'm not like some shaman, like, oh, I do not like your energy. But if I can kind of tell it's going to be like shitty, or like they're going to be like, oh, I need like this or that, I'm like, try to avoid this for a minute and get some sort of positive feedback. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be over the phone. It could be a Snapchat. It could be whatever. But I want my first interaction when I wake up to be a positive one, because I feel like that sets the whole mood for the rest of my day. I don't know if that makes any sense or not.
It
Yeah.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, like with the bad energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you run into somebody that's just Debbie Downer, pissed off about everything, and you like are around them, like that's enough to just fuck your whole day too.
Yeah.
And you feel it as soon as you get around
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Like, I mean, you can just tell you guys are all cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously I've known you forever, but like you can feel it sometimes when people are just, ugh.
Yeah. Yep. And
Dude.
it's
my
one.
bad.
Oh, was that Trevor who was talking?
Yeah, that was me. I was gonna comment on something just because of like, obviously, you know, I'm fucking with you every time I comment on one of your posts or something like that. Whatever I say to him, I usually fuck with him.
You always.
Yeah.
Usually.
He fucks with me so much that people around us are like, that guy talks to you like that? And I'm like, that's fucking Trevor. I've literally known him since 5th grade.
I've got DMs from people that like follow you.
I know, talking shit to you because
Yeah,
you
and they're
said
like,
something.
why the fuck would you even say that about him? Do you even know like how much work he's put in? I'm like,
Now you just send him this
Like,
clip. He'd be like,
usually I'll message back and be like, y'all realize what jokes are, right? Like you've made it this
Yeah.
far in life. You've seen jokes before.
yeah.
Like I try not to be a dick about it, but then like I've had some people that are like straight assholes and just try to like come up my throat, and I'm
Are
like,
they
you
straight
guys don't even
assholes or
fucking
gay
know him,
assholes?
huh?
Are they gay or straight assholes?
Both.
Yeah, both.
What are you
They're-
doing? What are you doing to those assholes?
They're
Trevor?
pansexuals. Oh, dude, I'm ramrodding them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't a ramrod? Isn't that what you like? Would
It's
knock
what you use for a
castles down
musket.
with? Oh, yeah.
that's what you would put like
And
the
then you-
ball, the powder, and the
Yeah.
patch down.
Saw
in.
that on Battlefield when I played Battlefield.
Oh, like Battlefield
World
1 or
War
something,
II
or-
or whatever.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. Yep.
Dude,
We always bring video games up every podcast.
Dude, muskets are wild. I don't know if you've ever used them, but like some
No.
of those older ones, if there's any moisture onto like that black powder, it will not go off. Or it could be a delayed charge and it will go off, but it's after like you're not ready for it. It'll scare the piss out of you. One of the
Trevor, check this out. It's not working.
That's why you have muzzle awareness. One of the first times I ever shot one, it was like real humid out, and apparently some of the black powder started to get a little moist.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we like that moist shit. So I hammer it, and nothing happens. So I'm just sitting there.
Is this a gun or
Yeah, it's
is
a
this
gun.
like an innuendo?
Oh, then it's a gun. No, hey.
I thought you were trying to tell one of your sexual stories without telling your parents you have sexual stories.
This motherfucker, dude. He tries to get me to talk about shit like that all the time.
I gave up. I used to be like, don't talk about anything. Don't offend anybody. I was like, it's too much work.
Fuck it, I could tell something.
Well, keep going about your musket.
But I was sitting there.
I could tell something.
I was sitting there waiting on it, and then like I thought it just wasn't going to go off because I've had like dummy rounds and like shotguns and whatnot that don't go off. You just chamber them out, do whatever you're going to do. So I like set the gun on its side, forget all about it for a second. My grandpa was with me. I looked back at him and I was like, "So what happened?" And he was like, "I mean, the powder might be wet or something. It might have just, burnt out something." And about the time I pick it back up, and I was gonna like try to get it out of there, it goes off fucking, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And I put the gun down. I was like, I don't like these guns anymore. And then I never went muzzleloader hunting. I was like, nope, I'm good.
I never liked muzzleloaders at all.
No.
I've had.
You ever shot
I've
one,
never
Josh?
even shot one, no. I was going to ask you where you get your hands on a musket, but now I realize you're talking about muzzleloader.
Well, I mean, muzzleloader musket, like in my mind, they're the same thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Now that I think about it, it is about the same thing.
there's different like concepts to how they shoot, like flintlocks and whatnot. But it's just, I'm talking about a muzzleloader to anybody else that is going nuts over guns right now.
Josh, is this your second or third time on the podcast?
Second
Oh, okay,
time.
good. I was trying to remember because I had a funny point I wanted to bring up that is more just a poke at fun than it is anything, but I thought it would be funny because it'd put you on the spot. I wanted to get your opinion on you being my ex-girlfriend's most listened to podcast of the year last year.
I did see that.
I was like, that's sus. I was like, we have a podcast. Come on.
God
now.
damn it,
Yeah,
Josh.
when you guys asked me to come on, I was like, is this a fucking setup? Like, I'm about to get jumped?
I was like,
What's
I was
going on?
looking at that. I was like, that's funny. Like, because we don't put ours on spot. I mean, we do, but like, we don't advertise it.
Mhm.
So I was messing with her about it because we're civil. Like, we're not like, we were like, fuck you. Like, we hate each. But it was just funny. I was like, what the fuck? What about my podcast? She was like, I watch it on YouTube. I don't. I'm like, all right, whatever you say, whatever you have to tell me. It'll make me feel good.
Well, hey, Josh, don't feel left out, like, or put on the spot with that. Apparently, I took a picture with her in high school.
Oh,
after
did
I got, like,
did I
after
show
I got
you
like
that
homecoming
photo?
king or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna find that right now.
Dude,
That's
why
personal.
would you even think about doing that?
Yeah, I know, man. Like,
Crossing the line.
No,
It's fucked up.
Wait till you see this shit. You'll be like, oh, okay.
what do I do? Have like a hand on her hip or something? Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
what's happening?
I don't know.
Am I like too far
When
into the
was
lower
that?
back?
Was that 2018?
Been 2017.
You should have known for future
I know.
reference.
Yeah.
Little did we know.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I don't know.
He did. He put me straight on the spot last podcast, and I was like, dude, I have no idea what you're even
Did
talking
your
about.
face get red?
Probably. It always gets red.
I just love being stupid. It's hilarious.
There was people making fun of me the other day with.
When was that? Was that homecoming? When's homecoming?
I have no idea, man.
It's like
During football season.
Yeah. Because I remember it was at halftime.
In all fairness, I was pretty ugly. In
Maybe
2017.
around like October-ish, September-ish.
Yeah, probably
Something like that.
October.
All right. I'm gonna find it. I bet I can find it just looking up you. Hold on.
You ever thought about like how you can impact somebody's day? Like you can just, have something like really on their brain, and
And now they're like, oh shit. What the
to think that was one of the things that like took up space in
It
his
took-
brain.
And
Yeah.
you don't even think about it till like
Eating
10
at him.
years.
Yeah,
I'm like,
long enough for him to remember to bring it up later on in the day. Like I'm gonna talk to that motherfucker about this.
No, that was before I really like knew you. Yeah, like I mean,
Yeah,
we like knew of each other, but outside, I think 8th grade football season is like the only time we ever like associate each other because you were on 7th grade team.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was like, I didn't hang out with people. I wasn't cool enough. So
Same here. Nobody liked me.
yeah. Oh, keep going. I'm still looking.
okay. Man, it's
Shit.
bugged him enough to
He's
where
been thinking
he's
about it all
Oh,
deep
yeah.
diving
I
right
forgot
now.
what we were talking about.
Yeah, he's deep diving into
He
it.
wants to see this damn picture.
Yeah, I did.
You
I,
smelled her hair before you took it.
you'll
feet
get
apart.
it. You'll understand. Like, oh, okay. No, it's not even.
Was
that
it
bad.
like
Are
at
you
the
wearing
dance
just your,
itself
Are you
or
wearing
something?
just your vest and her hands on your
Fine,
stomach?
there.
Dude, I was probably crop
There it
topping.
is.
pretty close?
I was probably crop topping.
He was.
That's
You
what I
were
did. a
crop
lot.
topping it.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that. A
You
lot in high
always
school.
had. I used to think that was hilarious because I would go to your. I saw your senior year football games and you always had that crop top on.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
this
got yelled at
fucking
so
guy.
much for that.
From refs.
Yeah, from refs, from coaches.
Why? Who
Uh,
cares?
apparently, it's like degrading the school uniform, or it's like dangerous.
Oh, I
they
found
say.
it.
Come on.
I literally only did it because
All right, I
Zeke
wanna see
Elliott
this.
did it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to turn this light off. Give me a sec, everybody.
Oh, I can already see it. It's bad.
I can't see it.
It's bad.
Look at that shit.
Whoa.
Dude, I had hair.
I'm amazed you didn't take her home that night. You might.
Oh, she's
Dude,
wearing
where's
your
my hand
crown?
at? Is the real question.
I don't know.
Can't even see it. That's the worst part.
I'm gonna have to like pull.
She's wearing your
He's got a
crown.
whole finger in the hole.
I know, probably. Oh, all hail King Trevor. Damn it. Piss me off.
So
No, I'd probably-
here,
Look at it.
I'll lead right into a sex story just because of the,
Oh, great.
the crown thing.
Yeah.
It's actually fine. I don't know.
After I left homecoming, I did have sex wearing that crown. and it wasn't with my hand.
That is cool.
That's what I'll say.
And it wasn't with my hand.
No. I was at my buddy's house, and I remember I walk out, and one of them were like upstairs. And so like I walked out of this room, I look over at them, and I'm literally wearing just that crown over top of my dick. And I was like, hey, what's going on? And they said, what are you doing? I was like, grabbing water. And I grabbed water, and I walked back in.
And she just came with you?
She stayed in the room. I grabbed her water too.
Oh,
that was like post.
So she was already. Oh, wait, you lost me.
So
Yeah, I thought
after
you were
we
saying that's
after
how
we
you
did the
got
deed,
one.
Oh, okay. Then you
I
went
walk out to go grab a water, and I was like, I'm not putting clothes back on. So I just took the the crown off my head, and put it around there, and walk out, grab 2 waters, and walk back in.
No, that actually is pretty cool.
Isn't it tradition to like have sex with the like homecoming queen?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, if it was, I didn't.
King, yeah, they're like, oh, I guess we got to do this.
Unless it's one of them homecomings where you got the king that's the guy that everybody feels bad for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like,
That could have been what it was.
Are you gonna give it up?
That should be a thing. That should be like, it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who.
Y'all fucking.
You just got to do it. You take it one for the team either way.
Come on,
Someone's
make
gonna
this
be
night-
crying.
Make this guy's night really special. Come on, give him the full experience.
Oh,
Somebody's going to be crying in that scenario. It's just the rules. We got to keep it in the bloodline.
Brother and sister went homecoming.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
We're going to West Virginia. Fuck.
I mean, that is kind of like what royalty used to do, though. Remember, it was like cousins and
Yeah.
whatnot because they had to keep it in the
Yeah.
bloodline. It had to be with
Prince
other
Harry,
royalty.
isn't that a thing?
I don't know. Is
I
it?
don't know.
I don't know about him, but he's right. They did you like.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they started coming out like deformed and shit. Is because that's what they were doing, like purebred dogs.
Shit anymore. If you just hop on Instagram, you see this like shit about did I fall in love with my cousin? And then like it's a slide of how like these 2 cousins fell in love, and it's like, what the fuck?
That's so fucking.
What did I just watch? I thought it was a joke, but then you look at the comments and it's real.
Dude, I remember a girl I knew that one of my friends dated. She started.
Thank you.
She started like into a
Got
relationship
some
with
nugs.
her like adopted brother. But that kid was adopted from like when they were like little.
Oh,
So like
that's-
they grew up together.
That's your sister.
And I was like, that's fucking weird. I don't care if you're not blood related or not. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's the same. Where do you get the nerve to get on Instagram and be like, hey guys, I finally gained the courage to tell you guys that I'm marrying my sister. It's like, what? Why?
Well, it's just like,
It's gonna be a destination wedding in Alabama.
bro, there's people out there that think men can get pregnant, and they're like dead serious.
Yeah. Yep. I saw one of those on you know how like Snapchat, if you slide over to like the stories.
Yeah, the things
have-
under it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those was
think it's
it was like a woman holding this guy's stomach up. Like think of that traditional like pregnancy pose they do where like
Yeah,
the guy's
yeah.
like around her
Yeah.
holding the stomach up. It was the woman holding
His
the guy's
gut?
stomach up, and
Was it Lil
No,
Nas
dick.
X?
and it was like
Yeah,
he's
the
carrying a
fucking
boy or
reason
something
for
like
all
that.
This dumb shit.
Wait,
Who's
so
that?
people think that a girl can get a guy pregnant, or is it?
I don't know exactly what they think. I mean, it's a little
Search back
the whole
baby. You
thing.
ain't finding nothing.
You remember back in the day, there was that one guy that had a sex change, and then he did get pregnant.
So
Yeah.
he was originally a woman.
Yeah, he was
then.
originally a woman. But
Okay, so but that's not a man
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
pregnant though.
That's the closest thing
But-
I can think to it.
But that's their whole argument is like, but he is a man. They're like,
I feel like I should stop talking.
I mean,
I feel like this might make some people mad.
we can tiptoe around it if
Yeah.
turn my light out. But no, I don't know. Men and women sports. Just start.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hot take.
That's fucked up.
That's
yeah,
awful.
I agree with
Especially that
MMA
I know you saw us because we talked
Yeah.
about it a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Dude, you got dudes going in getting a sex change and then fighting women.
Yeah.
That's like what? And the girl got completely annihilated.
Yeah.
It's
Almost
really-
died.
Cracked her skull.
Is that what he
Yeah.
fractured her face? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Like, that's
Um,
not cool.
They
No.
were just talking about I think it was a college athlete, like it was a newer one. I want to say it was a swimmer or something. It was like
You saw that one on Snapchat too.
No, I didn't see that.
That's
one.
where I saw that one.
Oh,
on
that
Snapchat.
no, this is off of a podcast. They were talking about it. But like used to be a male, now female, collegiate swimmer. completely destroyed the old records for whatever event it was in swimming. And then now they're trying to like take that person off the team, but also they don't know if it's right to take the person off the team, but still keep the record and like a whole thing of it.
I think it's okay if you keep them on the team, just don't give them the record. You know, like let them do what they want, but you can't.
That or just go swim with the boys.
Yeah.
Like you're
That's
supposed
what I do.
to.
Yeah.
I swim with the boys, you know.
What if Bruce Jenner was Caitlyn while he was in the Olympics?
Right.
How many golds do you think she got?
Oh,
She'd still be a medalist.
Well,
yeah, but how many more do you think that?
Oh, a ton. Like she'd at least won probably 2 more.
and even
yeah,
even Caitlyn Jenner, even she is like
Against it.
she's
against it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she says that's stupid. Like
Because they were trying to say she was transphobic not too long ago.
Well, they'll
because
try
of,
to say whatever they can to get their point across, but I don't know. We got to tiptoe around now. We're gonna get removed.
Yeah, just like your other video.
That's okay though. That's fine. But no, I think that was. I don't know. It's just there's all these petitions now to try and get all of the. It just doesn't make sense because you grow up like even if you go before puberty, you've still got such an advantage over the female athlete that has been working her whole life to get to that point, right?
Yeah.
Like, and they're starting to come out in these places like Wisconsin. There's all these petitions and all this stuff to try and get it to some sort of normalcy or try to make like I don't know. I mean, it's just stupid to think like we're so progressive that now we even want men to win all the women's events. Like that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they really want to be like just straight equal, and I know I've heard it numerous times of just let them all be in one sport instead of having male and female just all together.
You couldn't do that.
I know. That's the whole
That is the argument.
like downfall to the argument is the guys are going to win anyway.
I mean, not to offend any women out there. I don't know what I should say before this, but no, it's not even like biologically, it's not even men are just bigger, faster, and stronger. It's just the truth.
Greater reaction time, like
You grow up with more testosterone through your system your entire life.
yeah, bone structure is completely different.
Bone density is some like
Yep.
there's just all these factors, and it's not like oh women suck. It's just you want them to have an equal playing field when they are participating, right? Like that's the whole point is we want to encourage women to continue to reach their goals and like aim for these goals. But when you have some dude come in smoking, the competition in wrestling, swimming, and even like track and field's been a real big one.
Mhm.
What do you do? Like, how does that make female athletes feel? You know?
Well, you
Like-
remember when there was that, I don't even know what to call him. He was I'm trying to think of the word. He had like the metal or prosthetic legs.
The track guy.
Yeah, the track runner that had the prosthetic legs. That
Killed his wife. That one.
yeah, that guy. Good old Tink Tink.
Pistorius? Or no?
I can't remember what his name was, but like he ran in the Olympics and then they disqualified him because they said he had an unfair advantage.
Oh, because he had like springs, basically.
Yeah. Same thing for a guy going over, or sorry.
You guys want to watch a transgender boy take first and second in a girls' high school track championship?
Yeah, sure. Let's see it.
All right.
What are they doing? 400 meter mile?
You guys can't hear that, can you?
I can't hear it.
I can't hear anything.
And her mother said the
There you
pair
go.
had an unfair advantage and that it's time
For the governing body of the high school athletics to change their rules. Newsay's Amy Hudak tells us about the petition they started. Amy?
The rule for high school athletics is that the student can compete for the gender-specific sport they
can we just
identify
skip
with.
to, like, the
One
race
parent
itself?
who started a petition says she doesn't necessarily.
Many in the community, including those petitioning against
state track championship this past weekend. Terry Miller and Andrea Yearwood are both transgender high school sprinters transitioning to female. They took home first and second place respectively in a girls qualifying race for regionals. And our next guest failed to qualify for regionals by 2 spots. And she thinks if the competition were fair, she would be heading to the next race. That is why she is leading the charge to try and change the state's policy on high school transgender athletes. High school runner Selena Soul joins us now. Selena, thanks for being with us.
And see, this girl.
Of course, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So you're friends with these two
I
individuals.
don't know if you want to. And that's the thing too, is like you don't want to go out here and like be like, oh, like we don't hate anybody, we don't discriminate against anybody. It's just when it comes to something such as like sports, like you want to keep the integrity of it, right? Like that's my take, my hot take.
I think that's where it might get kind of washed, just because how many people do you think see that as an advantage and be like, yeah, I can say that I'm a girl and go out and smoke everybody? And then how many people do you think truly are trying to transition into becoming a female?
Yeah.
And, they're probably in, it's hard to differentiate between
right,
the two.
because that's the kind of precedent you're setting, right? It's like, oh, me, I could be in high school and be like, I'm a girl, but there are people that legitimately feel that way, and it's like, yes, we want you to have your choice and be able to do that, but then where's the line? Because you can't tell me I can't be a girl.
Yeah,
that's mean. Like you can't do that. So I don't know. You can tiptoe around it, maybe.
I mean, I'm not saying anybody should like not transition or like be happy with like how they're doing their life. Mm-hmm. Just I don't know. The sports thing is just like wacky.
I don't know. Maybe we open it up to the audience. Maybe we get their opinion on stuff.
Oh, Lord. This will be the video that blows up.
This is the.
This will be the one.
OTR cast canceled before it could even get off the ground.
Before they hit 50 subscribers.
No, but that's like, I don't know. Like, leave your opinion down there. Like, if you do have some foresight into that, I know we do have a lot of coaches, and I don't know, they probably can't give their takes on it. But
I mean, I probably shouldn't give mine. But.
Yeah, but we have a good listening base of coaches. Like a lot of people I know are coaching sports. What's your opinion? You don't even have to leave it publicly. Like, just message us. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say too. So.
And if we do talk about it at all, like if you do DM us, we won't say who it is.
Yeah, we will.
Kind of like the sex stories that we brought up with, or the bad date sex stories that people sent in.
Yeah, our lips are sealed.
Yep.
Just like, never mind.
Get back on the equality between versus boy and girl in sports. Friend Tyreek in 8th grade got beat by a girl in wrestling, so that's fair. Some
at him
girls
now.
are better. Yeah.
Let's just be real. Tyreek was not good.
No. Straight buns.
I hope Tyreek listens too. Please make this a clip so I can send this to him and talk shit.
You can learn how to do that.
All right. Yeah. Fucker.
Are you talking about the Tyreek I know?
Yeah. Yeah, John A's younger brother.
Lost to a girl?
Yeah.
How?
Got pinned too.
Oh, she must have. Listen, he's not that ain't a little boy.
No.
She must have been
before he started like getting shredded.
He was.
He
hit a maturity.
He was a little goofy still.
It was like a year before he started taking stuff seriously.
Because I remember that kid, and he's fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
When I met him, he was like 15, and the kid was huge.
I mean, I beat like every female I ever played against in wrestling, but. It's just me.
I'm glad I never had to.
How do you know that?
I'm so glad I never had to.
How do you know that?
Because
he was there.
Yeah, I was there.
But like, you're assuming.
Okay. True. True. I assumed
If Britt was here, she'd be pissed.
You know what? If she's pissed, then I'm just going to bring up the elf on a shelf bullshit. She assumed that one day.
Oh, no. I love being
the shit stirrer.
The mediator of this one. This is great.
I like messing with Britt, especially about those stones.
Yeah.
She carries around those stones. You know them crystal girls.
Crystals.
Yeah.
I feel like we've talked about these girls before.
We definitely have.
I think that we talk about them about every podcast. Essentially, like it comes up
a lot.
It comes up
a lot,
almost every time.
I like the girls with the crystals.
You like Britt?
I don't know. I have no idea who she is or what she looks like. But I've come to find out most of the girls that are into all that stuff are very freaky. We'll say.
That's the best thing ever.
Britt is not freaky.
No.
That's what you think. Just wait.
Well,
I'm not saying like with me, but you'd have to. If you got to that point, you might find out.
Yep.
Enough said.
I don't know where we go from there.
Tom Plate, you ever messed around with a girl that was a crystal girl?
No, never. Maybe
talking-
some horoscopes, but never.
Dude, go to Colorado. That's all
they're
they
everywhere.
are.
They're
That's all they are, man.
Mm-hmm.
So like for 3 years, it's all I knew. This crystal gives me energy throughout the day.
Yep.
Stuff
They
like
ever be holding on to one like
they'll put it in their
in
damn
between-
pocket, bro.
like while you're in the action? They got one like
No.
this is my crystal to.
I need to bring one to be like, this is going to make me last longer.
You're just sitting there holding
All
a
right,
stone.
if that's the case, I'll hop on the
Dude,
crystal.
I'll have
train.
a fucking boulder. I'll be like, this one gives me another
1
inch
second,
for every
sweetheart.
This opal took me from 5 minutes to 15 in 0 days. That like sell it on like the QVC channel.
She's telling her friends about it later. Like,
Shit, man.
this one
Fuck
guy
it.
brought in this fucking stone. He wouldn't take his hand off of it, but man, did he fuck good. He said it gave him secret powers. Must have been like a meteorite stone or something.
Oh.
You remember the joke to her or
Yeah.
he's carrying on the meteorite?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, it was shit though.
yeah, he goes, that's just a big old pile of poopy.
Yeah.
See the
As he's
peanut?
eating
Dead
French fries
giveaway.
off of it.
He's like, no, that's a space peanut.
Joe Dirt's great.
Oh, dude, it's so good. The second one sucked. I'm
I've never
sorry.
seen the second.
I don't think I even saw
I haven't
it.
even heard of the second one.
Oh, dude, it
Yeah, I didn't know there was a
sucked.
second one.
It sucked so hard, man.
Didn't
Like,
it come out like 20 years after the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I
never a good
suck.
sign.
David Spade is too damn old.
Yeah.
David Spade's funny as fuck, like when he does stand up every once in a blue moon. But, like, yeah, he's.
You ever seen Dickie Roberts?
No, but it keeps popping up on my feed
dude,
on Hulu.
I
gotta
actually-
watch it.
I feel like the only reason I liked it is because when I was a kid, we would watch it all the time. But that movie's funny as shit too.
I'm about to watch it.
All those Adam Sandler movies are cool.
I fucking love Adam Sandler so much.
Trev,
What?
how do you feel about the podcast this late? You seem to be yawning.
It's fucking late, dude. You know I'm asleep usually by this time.
You are?
Trevor goes to bed at like 8:30.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
He knows. I get
He'll
up at
text-
like.
Yeah, listen, he gets up
You
early.
get up at like what, 3?
3:30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Or is it 3 and then you get to the gym at 3:30?
No. I'll get up at 3:30 and I'll usually get there at like 4.
Dude, you know what I'm doing at that time?
Sleeping.
Eating
Probably just going to
eating
sleep.
steak and peanut butter.
He's closing
Oh,
out.
yeah, you're
I
fucking
woke up.
Oh, you're
late
just
night
waking
peanut
up.
butter adventures.
Oh, dude, I'll wake up and eat all night long.
Dude, what bothers me the most is that you don't use the same spoon half the time.
Well, no, you can't. That
Yes, you
spoon's
can.
contaminated.
For what?
I mean, like it's
Forget
my
the peanut butter. He'll get a giant dollop of peanut butter on that
Okay.
spoon.
Yeah.
He'll eat it and then toss that spoon in the sink. Won't use that same spoon
Is
again.
there anybody else eating the peanut butter?
No, but it's just I don't know. To me,
What?
it's like a routine.
So how many scoops of peanut butter do you go through?
A lot.
If you fucking lowball, I'm calling you out.
Lowball, okay. Oh, so don't lowball it.
Yeah, don't lowball.
Honestly, probably like 5 a night.
Okay.
You should just get a bowl and 5 in there, and then use the same spoon and just eat it like that.
It wouldn't be the same though, man. There's something about like
The jar.
standing
jar.
there in your boxers at like 3 a.m. smashing
Asleep,
peanut butter.
yeah, that is true. That's true.
I typically, when I do a jar of peanut butter, I'll just leave the spoon in it and just close it like a plastic spoon.
Just lick the sides up and down when you pull it out.
Yeah, you're like, I mean, it's still fresh, you know. It's just a spoon.
I guess for me, it's just a routine thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably like 5. I'd say 5 a night minimum.
I love some peanut butter. I'm gonna have to get some more. I haven't eaten peanut butter in a while.
All right, I got a question for you guys. Hot take. All right.
A lot of those tonight.
Crunchy or creamy peanut butter?
Oh,
Creamy.
They both have their, neither of them are bad, but in a practicality, it's creamy. You gotta-
That was a great way to answer it though.
Yeah.
Because they have their.
I like crunchy way more than creamy.
Really?
I like crunchy if I'm eating it on a sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm never going and getting just like a scoop of peanut
Oh
butter.
no,
though.
scoops of peanut butter creamy on a sandwich, crunchy.
Yeah, crunchy adds texture. but
Yeah, I like it.
I mean,
How many
just-
times do you have a jar of creamy and crunchy at the same time?
Almost never.
Yeah. Yeah. You only
Well,
get
I
one
buy
or the other.
this. It's the Justin's brand, and it's not it's creamy, but there's like tiny little shards of peanuts in it, and it's really good. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's just
Is
like
that the extra protein one?
No, it's just the bougie peanut butter.
Protein.
I get enough.
It's like from
protein in
Publix.
fucking
You
steak.
can't-
It is. It's more like it's like
a Whole Foods peanut
you
butter.
can get it right at Walmart, but it's just better, and
That's
it's worth it.
I started after what was everybody on the podcast after Miami. I started down in coconut water. I bought all the
gross.
coconut water. Oh yeah, you hate
Yuck.
coconut,
It's fucking
Disgusting.
but I bought all of it that Walmart had because they only have like a little bit, but it's heaven. It's very hydrating. That's kind of the main.
I
upside
spent
to it.
like probably I'm gonna say $40 on coconut water at Costco. This was a long time ago now. This isn't when I realized I hate it. And I tried drinking one and it was like it's like drinking water that's already been in someone else's mouth. And they were eating like a little bit of mashed potatoes or something.
Ew.
It's just I don't like that shit.
No,
It's a love or hate.
no, I do not like coconut water.
Now, Josh personally, he likes cream cheese.
I do.
I did. I don't know if you watched that one, but I gave it a try next podcast. I
And?
ate almost half of it,
And it wasn't that bad.
and it really wasn't. Trevor
Yeah.
didn't think it was that good, but
What?
the cream cheese.
Oh
Do you want,
god.
like a bagel?
No, just
Just
a
out-
fucking
just a
block.
stick
of
of
Just a
cheese.
block of cream cheese. See,
No.
Yeah, right.
it's. I understand. I understand that it doesn't look good, but it's. I'm not going to sit and tell you that it's the most delicious way to eat cream cheese, but it's not bad.
Cream cheese on a bagel?
Yeah,
Fire.
exactly. And cream cheese just in general is good too. So why not just cut out the middleman and go straight for the cream cheese?
I would equate it to. You have to almost take very small bites of it, and it's very good. Like if you eat like a chunk,
yeah, you
it's not
can't
going to be good.
No,
but if you like
no.
take like a little off the top per se, if you're you're getting your fade on, it's pretty good.
You guys want to know how fat I was as a kid? Well, Trevor really knows, but I would take ramen noodles and not even eat the noodles, just take the packet and down it.
Oh,
Just like chew on it because it'd be a little crunchy from the salt. And I'd do that like 2 or 3 times a day.
You guys have probably never seen RJ like when we were growing up.
Oh, I was a thick boy growing up.
Dude, he was thick.
You were probably very thick.
He
but
was
I
like a balloon, man.
Really?
He
It
was
was
massive.
worse than a balloon.
Dude, he was massive.
I had like my head and there was like a head back here too. I'm serious. It was weird.
I remember like the first time I saw you back in Ohio, you were like, you weren't skinny, but you were like skinny fat.
I
Like
was starting to care a little bit more. But when was that? When did we first see each other when I came back?
probably 2017 or 2018, maybe. Might have been
No,
just a little
no.
before.
It was 2016.
2016? Okay.
Mhm.
But
And I think I saw you at Meadowbrook High School.
yeah.
And yeah, that was it. I think it was your graduation, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Because like you'd slim down a little bit compared to like when I knew you the last time.
Yeah,
And I
compared
was
to
like,
when I knew you before. But
I was like, bro, it's
I
like
was still
you look
like
totally-
300 pounds.
Yeah, I was like, you look completely different. And then you left for a little while. Well, I mean, this was like a couple years go by. You left for a little while. And you came back and you were like even skinnier, but you were fucking massive.
I gave up the triple whoppers.
Yeah.
I gave up all fast food.
Yeah, that's it. Really, I mean, that's the biggest thing. Is like nutrition is like the hardest like thing to do. Like,
It's the hardest, but it's the easiest at the same time. Like once you get into that groove, it's so easy. And anybody really could do it. It's just like sometimes people are lazy and sometimes people really just don't know what to eat.
yeah,
Or like not necessarily what's healthy, but when to eat the unhealthy stuff. Like when it's okay to.
yeah.
But
that-
nutrition's number one.
Dude, this guy over here can fucking cook. I don't know.
Oh
If,
my God.
dude, I don't know if you've seen his like Instagram stories. Can fucking cook like every single day.
Granny taught me that.
Dude, Granny's a saint. Okay.
She is a saint.
She is an absolute saint.
Trevor was our chef for the cabin.
Fuck yeah, dude. I cooked every meal at the cabin.
You were also
That was
the
like-
only one up at like 7 a.m.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I don't think I've ever had you cook anything for me. You're always asking me to cook.
I don't ask you to cook. You just like we always go and hang out. And we're at like Granny's or we're at the place in New Philly, and you're like, "We'll get a cook and we eat." I'm like, "All right, fucking hey, like cool." And I'm not gonna like turn down having somebody cook me food.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Josh, while we're talking on the subject of food, do you,
Okay.
you still work at T&J's?
I do, yeah.
Oh my god, T&J's is the shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. What is like a hidden gem there that like no one really orders or like you only have on certain days that like people should be like high key about?
Gotta be the pork tenderloin sandwich.
Mm.
So they take a like a piece of pork tenderloin, and they tenderize it, and they fry it, and that's really it. But it's really good,
That's
and
all
not a
you
lot of
need.
people even try it.
Also, isn't there jerky just Jeff's jerky?
No, it's Uncle Mike's.
Uncle Mike's.
Uncle
Okay, that
Mike's.
offended me because I was like, dude, I love me some T&J's beef jerky.
Dude, their jerky's the fucking
Even their
best.
spicy one's good, and I
Yo,
hate
that's the
spicy
only one I
I
shit.
get.
love spicy.
Yeah.
It's just Uncle Mike's.
Uncle Mike.
Now, is it the same jerky that they've had the last, like, let's say 10 years?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that stuff's amazing.
Yeah.
All of T&J's shit's good, though.
It's
They're
so
so,
good.
and it's cheap.
Yeah,
Besides their steaks, though. Their steaks are,
Steak is pricey.
but it's worth it.
Yeah, they're
It
good.
is,
it's very good.
And that one lady, okay, so there's one lady that's small. She's always really, really nice.
That's my girl Judy.
But there's this other lady, she's kind of tall.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it doesn't matter how nice you approach
Yeah.
her. She's just like, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Every time. And I feel like there for a while when I was still living here, I'd see her like twice a week. And every time she was just like, you again.
Yeah.
But the short lady was great.
Yeah, short lady, probably one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. Taller lady, she's you kind of just got to know her to understand.
She's a little moody.
Yeah, to say the least.
I have been digging in, and I don't know if they're still making it, but for a brief moment there, they were making that cookies and cream mousse or whatever that was. It was
Oh
like a pudding or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was contributed to a lot of my sugar intake in high school. I would stop there and grab cookies and cream mousse, like just to die for. Like you can't find homemade desserts like that.
Dude, I remember I walked in there one day and
Don't tell me that.
he's telling all the secrets. I walked in there one day and they weren't open, but like the front door was unlocked. And so I just walk in and I go back and I grab like the drink I wanted to get, and then I sat there at the counter for a minute and I was like, they'll be up. And like 15 minutes goes by and I was like, all right, this is getting kind of annoying now. Like, what the fuck? And then somebody walked out from the back room. They were like, oh, we're not open. And I was like, oh, my bad. I'll go put the shit back. So like I walked back and she was like, no, I'll ring you out. And I was like, oh, okay. I appreciate it.
At least she rung you out.
Yeah, she rung me out still.
Well,
That was one of the places I used to go buy my snuff out illegally.
Yeah, man. That's the spot to do it.
Because I always looked like way too old.
Yeah.
And that was where I went. There in that cutoff store
Yep.
by the school.
they're open again.
Are they really?
It's not
Yeah,
the same
it's-
people.
Yeah,
but
it's a different.
do you know anything about that?
I haven't been to it. No.
I haven't either. It's the 821 carryout is
Yeah,
what they're
it's what
calling
they
it
call
now. But they sell a lot of stuff in there. They're selling like food now. So
Mm.
might be worth a little shot if you're over in the area. I know if it was around when I was in high school, I probably would have went there more because they would let us go out and go to like McDonald's or whatever. They didn't have Chipotle then, or else I would have. They had Chipotle. Cool.
I went to Subway so much, and that was just because it was like the nicest thing we had that was close.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, nutrition wise,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like
Eat
it's either,
fresh.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's either like McDonald's or like I think Galaxy. What were the other pizzas there? Wally's
Plus one.
plus one. Yeah, it was either that stuff or Subway, and I was like, in my mind, I could make a sub be semi-healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Now,
that was the best one you could get.
something I did learn 2 days ago, or no, yesterday. DTA makes their subs with like Hawaiian roll buns from
Oh.
Kennedy's, like
Wow.
made in Cambridge from Kennedy's, and I've never had a sub up there because I was like, it's probably just like it's a bar. Like they make really good food, but I was like, a sub like doesn't sound that great up here. I was like, especially when you got all these wing choices and pizzas. It was phenomenal.
Have you ever had McKenna's?
Yeah.
McKenna's,
I go to
dude.
McKenna's.
That
like,
is such a hidden gem.
Yeah.
That place is the best.
I've never had food. I've just went in there and looked around.
The cheese.
I thought you
bro,
were just
get a
gonna leave us.
sub
I've
if
never
you
had
go there.
food.
Yeah.
You got to try one of their
Never had
subs.
food.
I've just never had food.
Yeah, I just live off nature's energy, man. Like that's all I get in. Right there, I'm full.
Filter
You know?
feed. Filter feed. Like SpongeBob. No. While we're talking about it, what's the next thing that the panel here? I'll go last. What's the next thing, food-wise, you think Cambridge needs? Like whether it's a franchise, anything.
We need a good Italian place. I've never really had Italian food, but if it was closer, I would go out of my way to get it.
You know what might be a good fit for that is, have you guys tried the Zanesville Fazoli's?
No.
Oh, take
Wait,
a
is
trip.
that the pizza joint?
You're gonna hate me, bro. I hate Fazoli's.
Really?
Even their,
It's just quick. It's like
it's definitely
cheap Italian,
and it's
right?
like fast food Italian, but it's just I don't know, kind of whack.
Really?
I don't.
I've only
like
had
the,
it once,
the
so I've had like
pastas.
one good experience. I don't know if like I haven't like ran the gauntlet, but
You totally out angled right there.
Their pasta is like old. It tastes like it reminds me of something that I would grab that was in the fridge like 3 days old and then heat it up and the noodles get kind of hard.
I'm sure there's some weird thing they have to do with it to make it like
Edible?
to make it quick, right? Like because it's fast food pasta, like so it is. Yeah, the breadsticks. I don't know. If, the breadsticks were.
I'm biased to breadsticks. They're all good.
Yeah, the breadsticks were out there.
fuck up a breadstick.
You can't.
But those Fazoli's, they're going in everywhere. Like they're popping up. Like I think that might be like the next, not Chipotle, but like one of those restaurants that becomes more established in like most communities. Could be one of those because there aren't like a lot of Italian options here. But they have like really weird items. Like you can get like lobster mac and cheese, which sounds horrible from a fast food restaurant, but my unadulterated palate thought it was okay.
I would like us to get another miso.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have to travel to Zanesville every time to get it.
Yeah.
Miso's good.
Dude.
That A1 place isn't bad. I've only been there like, I think I went there like maybe 4 or 5 times, but
I mean, I was only there the one time with you, and I thought it was awesome. But I didn't think it was better than miso.
no way near as good as miso. Or my brand miso.
Kind of, yeah.
Like the food's good, but it's like if miso's an A, it's a solid like C plus.
I didn't like how the server told us that like they were short staffed, and that it might be a minute until like they get back to us.
Yeah, I remember
That bugged
now.
the shit out of me. I was like, well, hire more people.
They're
Like,
not even Asian too. That's what bothered me. She wasn't an Asian girl.
Yeah, I mean, I have got really used to having like an Asian server.
If you're
at a
getting
sushi place.
sushi, it's got to be an Asian server. It's
Yep.
like it like adds to the effect of eating the
Yeah.
sushi. I feel like.
It's like going to a great Chinese buffet, and then it'd be like all white dudes walking around. Like, this is weird.
I hate Chinese buffets.
See, I used to like the one here in Cambridge until like,
The one by Walmart.
yeah, I'm not trying to like downgrade them or anything, but there was one time where we found like a cockroach or a cricket or something like that in white rice, and I was like, I can't eat here ever again.
No.
So then I never did.
I haven't been there in years.
Yeah, I haven't went there since then. That was like middle school, maybe.
My stepmom loved that shit when I was a kid. So we would go
You
there
just go there all the
like once a week, and I was already fat as shit, so it didn't even matter. I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna eat it.
Another hidden gem. Have you guys been to Super Walk in Caldwell?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
been there.
That's the only place I'll get Chinese food.
The
Never been
quality
I
Chinese
didn't even
food.
realize Caldwell had like
It's just a hole in the wall.
Yeah,
We're talking like straight Asians in there.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Like they probably do some illegal shit.
Wait, you tried to get me to go to that place a while ago.
Yeah,
I do. I remember.
Yeah.
I know where it's at now, but I wouldn't have thought it was any good.
I thought it was gonna be horrible. I thought it was like Chinese in Caldwell, but
That's how I kind of look at it. Like,
dude, doesn't
do they
matter
even have
what
a
you
grocery
order.
store?
it's good.
Doesn't matter what you order. 10 minutes, it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Unless you have like 8 different people all in the same order, then they'll say 15.
Yeah,
But I've never once heard them say like half hour, 20 minutes. Never. Out of all the times I've ordered from them,
Well,
10 minutes
You know why it's so fast? They've got
because
that.
they're super.
They got that super walk back there. I can stick everything in.
Have you seen the guy off TikTok? I think it's like Uncle Roger.
No,
Uh,
I don't. I'm not. That's what I fucked the last relationship up because I didn't watch enough TikTok. So
oh, well.
I'm just kidding.
You'll
I
have
was
that.
gonna say Jesus, let her go.
Well,
I don't even have TikTok.
There was one where it was like this Asian guy, and he said how Asian parents argue, and they were telling like their 2 kids to do these like other Asian stereotypes, and the one that like won the argument was like, Thomas, cook the rice or cook the minute rice in 59 seconds. And that was the end of it. And that made me laugh my ass off so hard.
That minute rice is so gross too.
I like minute rice actually.
So does my buddy Cruz. Swears by the shit. He
I
gets
won't
the
swear
Uncle
by
Ben's.
it.
Oh, I think it's.
Oh
gross.
no, I hate Uncle Ben's.
Listen, there's this brand. I think it's California Valley or something like that. It's organic, but the jasmine rice comes in a purple bag. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's so worth it. Especially if you're like me and eat a lot of rice.
Trevor was pissed off when I was eating jasmine rice.
I don't like jasmine rice. I think it's gross.
You need to try this
I
jasmine
love
rice.
rice.
What did you like about it?
I don't know. It was just like we got like the long grain jasmine rice. So like actual rice. We did that and it just, I don't know, didn't taste good to me. The long grain white rice, loved it.
What about basmati?
Never had basmati. I don't think.
It's like a pasta rice.
Yeah.
I like it.
I buy all the Uncle Ben rices and then just run a gauntlet on them. Like every time I get rice, I'm like, this one.
Dude,
Yeah, this sounds good.
I was telling him to track his food the other day because he wanted to start doing a cut. And so I asked him, what was this, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
I was like, so you've been tracking your food? And he's like, yeah, I've been like keeping track of it. And I said, so like, what's our numbers at? Like our macros? And he was like, well, I don't know those. And I was like, what have you been tracking? And like, how you been tracking these? And he was like, I've just been like paying attention to what I've been eating. And I was like, that's not what I meant.
Close enough initially for the start. I like it. It's
I was
a solid
like,
start.
I'm eating less. I'm conscious of it. What do you need?
Sometimes it is that simple though.
Mm-hmm. That's what really, like when I started working out, like probably this was like in college when I wasn't doing nothing. The first thing I did was just run and then eat like power bowls. I was like, this is what you're eating. I'm like, you don't know the exacts, but you know it's better for you than going out and just eating whatever you want, right? So like that was really what got me started into working out, was that. So just being conscious of it.
I think now not having like 600 extra grams of carbs in your system.
Yeah.
From going to the bar all night.
Well, that's true. I mean, the alcohol helps, right? Like, or it doesn't, whatever the getting rid of it does. But on top of that, yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to the bar and not drinking 12 beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, if I had 12 beers, I would be dead. I have 2 beers and I am fucked up.
You should have saw Trevor when I'd walk into the gym the next morning, like, let's fucking do this.
I'd be so fucking irritated because like I would smell alcohol sweat like as we start warming up.
I hate that.
People tell me that I smell like weed sometimes when I sweat.
I don't think you smell like weed.
Something like I've been around people. I hadn't smoked all day.
Yeah.
And I'll hang around someone and they're like, why do you smell like weed? And I'm like, I mean, it must just be on my clothes.
The only time I think you smell like weed is when you've like smoked like right before I saw you. But after like we're like, say if we're at the gym or something,
it goes
doing
away.
something, I do not smell it at all.
Wow.
I mean, you start smelling like shit, but
oh yeah,
I'm just joking.
After like I'd say after a good hour of sweating, I smell like shit.
Dude, you remember that day? I think it was the first time we went to Unrivaled.
Back in August?
Yeah, I think so. And it was hot as fuck in there.
Yeah.
And it was raining. It was all humid and shit, dude. We're barely doing anything. Like, we're pretty much just warming up, and we're both like rolling in sweat. By the time we got done, like my shirt was soaked through. I think he changed shirts partway through.
I did.
And
I did.
I
changed halfway and it was still soaked when we were
the
done.
funkiest fucking car ride back because like you had to have the windows up because it was raining. And dude, just
bro, we would kill those workouts over the summer.
Oh my god, murder him.
We would get. I remember I hardly sweat anymore, and I don't know what the problem is.
Oh, no, you're hydrated enough. I mean,
I used to sweat. I'd get out of the shower and start sweating, like pouring, and now it's like I can hop on the Stairmaster and not even sweat. But I hate that. I love the feeling of being sweaty after
like knowing you did some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say, we can start to wrap this up. Does that sound weird? Or were we just flowing?
I don't care.
All right. We're at our magic number pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got
What
you.
is the magic number?
105 to 115.
Damn, we've been talking for that long?
Yeah, no, it never feels like it, does it?
It never does. This actually sitting on this
high
side.
as shit. When the first like 15 minutes, I was pretty baked. I'm cool now, but
He texted me and was like, Bro, I'm high as fuck right now. And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, that's great.
Yeah, no, but no, that's about our magic number. It keeps people engaged. We've done like the 3-hour podcast before. They're fun, but what I've realized is no one watches like after the first hour. So
I did look back at like Aiden's first one. I think it was the one that was like 3 hours and a couple odd minutes. And I saw like we had a bunch of views on it.
Yeah,
but I can't see like the amount of time they actually watched it.
Yeah,
I was like, man, I definitely feel like that it dropped off after like 30 minutes probably.
The typical watch time on them is about, like right now it's going up. Actually, I can probably look at this real fast. I'll let you keep talking. If you want to outro us, let these guys tell, where to follow them, where to find them and all that stuff. Sure. We'll do that while I'm looking this up.
Guys, remember to follow us on Instagram at otr.pod. You can follow me and Caleb on there. You can find a tag to each one of our profiles if you want to follow our, I guess not personal profiles, but like our professional profiles that are associated with it. You can also hop over to the merch site, otrcast.shop. Make sure you like and subscribe the videos we post on YouTube as well, and that's at otrcast.
Yes. Also, there has been confusion on how to find it on Spotify. We just changed that up. It now matches the YouTube. So if you want to find us on Spotify, it's just OTRcast now.
Okay, good deal. So yeah, on Spotify as well, OTRcast. That's the same for like the Google Podcast and Apple Podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all the same wherever you want to listen to it at, whatever your preferred streaming service is for that. Josh, you want to go first and plug your handles again?
So you can find me on Instagram, Twitter at
hold that up there.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Josh Tomplate. That's TOMPLAIT. You can catch my podcast, The Plate Show, on Spotify. New episodes every Monday morning. And thanks for having me on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And then RJ?
It's just Strong Like RJ. I don't have any of the other ones.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Strong Like RJ.
Yeah, I'll pull this up here. So I don't know if you can read that. So what's really typically your average YouTube video, I guess we're in the analytics for a small minute.
Okay.
Your average YouTube video is about 10 minutes long because that's what YouTube likes algorithmically, is like that's just the right amount of time for people to be watching, where they'll stick around to watch it, but then they won't like click off or whatever. But our view duration is really, really good. Like comparatively, like my KGP stuff that I'll put on Facebook, obviously those videos are a little shorter. They're like 9 minutes, whatever. But they're getting probably an average watch time of 3 to 4 minutes. Ours, with just getting started, is 11.5 minutes, which is really good. That means people are engaged for at least a 10-minute cycle, which YouTube loves. Mm-hmm. So that's what's good, is just basically once we get more people hitting subscribe, like y'all, more engagement, more people on the cast, what's going to happen is they're going to see these numbers, and as the subscriber count grows, they're going to say, oh, people are actually watching this for longer than it's keeping people on their site, so they're going to recommend it to people. That's the biggest thing. But you can see even back in January when we were just getting started, like when we would post a podcast, like that one, whatever January 20th was, we'll have to see. The watch time for that was 37 minutes on average, but it might have been like 5 views, like we don't know who was all watching it. But you can see where it was spotty, like there would be nothing posted. Some people would watch, but it was just up and down. But since about the beginning of February, it's a consistent around 10-minute mark of viewership. And then even yesterday, the average viewership was 30 minutes. So, I mean, people are starting to really watch it, which is really good. That's what we want to hear from y'all. Or y'all, I'm getting country. That's what we want to, we want to see that from you guys. The views are starting to kind of accumulate. That's really, we're just getting started. So it really does help us out if you do share this. If you put it onto your Facebook page, there's a little share button down there. If you put it onto anywhere, share it with a friend. You can actually take this and stick it in your Snapchat story. Like, if you're like, hey guys, go check these guys out. You can just copy the link from the video and throw it right into Snapchat, which is kind of cool. People can click through and watch that way. But audience-wise, I mean, yeah, we've got a pretty good amount of returning viewers versus like first-time viewers, all that kind of stuff. Pretty average, but we are getting people coming back, which is really good. We want to continue to do that. So yeah, there's your boring analytics lesson for the day.
Hey, it was better than listening to you guys talk about crypto.
I guess.
Anyway, guys, thanks for coming back for another episode of the OTR podcast.
Yeah.
Cue the outro. He never lets me have that.
I'll let you have that one.
This is probably one of my favorite podcasts so far. It's very funny.